Hi fans. Randy Ingersoll here. Sunday afternoon, a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Florida. I should be outside in the sunshine before it starts raining. Our typical summer weather here in Florida has already started with the thunder showers sometime during the afternoon. So we appreciate you taking time out for this live stream today. Today, hopefully, we'll be seeing leanrascal versus Jewdokakil. This is round 5 of the BoardSpace Open. Top 12 finishers in the BoardSpace Open, of course, will get invitations to the online Hive World Championship later in the spring. So we're looking forward to a great match this afternoon. The matches, as you know, in the BoardSpace Open, they're 2-game matches. Random choice for white in the first game, and the players switch for playing white and black in the second game. All games are played with tournament rules. That means they have all 3 expansions, the Ladybug, the Pillbug, and the Mosquito, and they're played with the tournament opening rule, which does not allow the Queen to be played as the first bug. So as you join, drop me a note in the YouTube chat so I know where you're from, if this is your first time on a live stream or if you've been here before. There is a 2-minute delay in the live stream. That's to minimize the opportunity that players can actually listen to my live stream and get hints from me, which may or may not be that good, but hints from me regarding how to play. So while we're waiting, let's take a quick look at how things are going in the tournament. Here's the standings after 4 rounds. You can see I've been very happy with my results so far. I'm sitting at 14 points out of a possible 16. Sitting tied for first with NDustDust. Pupkin and Frasco 92 are sitting at 13. Sturek, Simo5, Mach 3 Racer, Nya, RPXCV, Rob 5309, and SKeeper 86 are sitting at 11. And then there's a group sitting at 10 points, tied for that 12th and final spot and invitation into the World Championship. This year we're trying out a new website for making the pairings, and it's actually designed for chess, where you play 1 game instead of 2, so it takes the black and white into consideration. So interestingly enough, one might think initially that NDustDust and Ringersol would be paired, and then Pupkin and Frasco 92 would be paired in your typical Swiss system tournament. And I'm going to move this over just a little bit so I can keep an eye on the lobby. The match that we're looking to play this afternoon is leanrascal versus Jewdokakil. leanrascal is in the lobby. We're waiting for Jewdokakil. That's Marty Thurston. That's actually the father-in-law of the current world champion, Joe Schultz, all from up in the Midwest in the U.S. from South Dakota. So as you know, the top 12 will get invitations into the World Championship. So right now it requires 10 points to be tied for that 12th and final spot. So there it is after 4 rounds. There's been a few matches played already. So let's just switch over and take a look at how it sits currently with 5 rounds. JonasK, Jonas Kronander, he's one of the co-authors of the new puzzles book, available no charge. He won he won round 5, scored 4 points, moved him up into a tie for first. Drike and Roxar also won. They moved up with 12 points. So it's going to take at least 12 points to get into those top 12 after 5 rounds. 1 more round after this one. So it should be exciting, these last 2 rounds, as we determine who's going to get those final 12 invitations into the World Championship. Had an interesting game this morning. The game that I just checked in earlier this morning as I was waking up. JonasK was playing against ClaudiuMe. They've played quite a bit. They are very familiar with one another. JonasK won the first game. There's 2 or 3 very good lessons from that game, which I should be making a video of that game. We may be highlighting a couple of the points here if we have time during the live stream. So I'm going to close these 2 windows with the standings because our second player, Jewdokakil, has joined the lobby. So we should be getting on to live Hive here very shortly. Jewdokakil versus leanrascal. And I should take a look here. Let's go back to the end of round 4 and see where they stand. Jewdokakil has 4 points total. leanrascal has 5 points total. So even though they're not in the top part of the tournament, this still should be an exciting match. So we'll be looking forward to the match starting very soon. So again, don't forget, let me know where you're from and if you've been on my live stream before. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I'll be broadcasting. With live streamings over the summer during the tournament season, you never know when I'll be broadcasting, because when I have availability and there's a good match, Sunday afternoons are typically a good time for me. As you can see, I'm dressed up. I attended on Zoom this morning our local meeting of Jehovah's Witnesses at the Kingdom Hall. My wife and I are Jehovah's Witnesses, and so we're continuing our meetings even though we're not in person. We are doing them on Zoom, so I still get dressed up for that. So I do get to wear my suit a couple times a week, even though, or one of my suits a couple times a week, even though we're not going anywhere. And if you haven't seen it, I do have my I Play Hive Like a Champion, Do You face mask. It's available. There's a link down below. It's available on my Cafe Press store. Available in 3 colors. So you can wear your mask, stay safe, and taunt your opponent at the same time. leanrascal says, Jewdokakil, ready when you are. Please set up the room. Not sure how to do myself. Thanks. So Jewdokakil is setting up the room. Room number 1 here at BoardSpace. And we're waiting for the match this afternoon to begin. Jewdokakil versus leanrascal. We already have one potential viewer in the lobby. That's Hawk81. And of course, if you are looking to join on BoardSpace and watch the game live at BoardSpace, there is a 2-minute delay in the YouTube live stream. And if you keep seeing me looking over this direction, my main monitor is over here, which has my YouTube channel here and my OBS Studio over here. OBS Studio being what I use for my streaming software, and then watching it over here. So there is a question, actually. leanrascal is saying that the timing should be 0 and 10, although we've had some discussions about this. 0 and 10 means that it doesn't matter how much total time you've used. If you've used more than 10 minutes of your opponent, then you're required to resign. 10 and 10 means you've had to use at least 10 minutes and 10 minutes more. So obviously, if the first number is anywhere from 0 to 10, it doesn't really matter. If, for example, the first number was 15, then you could actually be 10 minutes more than your opponent. But if you've only used 12 minutes and your opponent's used 2, that wouldn't be a disqualification. So we have it set up so at any time during the game, if you've used 10 more minutes than your opponent, then you're required to resign. And Andres Rosales from Omaha says hello. So hi, Dre. And the game is underway. The game is afoot, as Sherlock Holmes would say. So let's get started here. We're going to close that. We're going to move this around so I can keep an eye on the lobby and watch the game. So Jewdokakil has white to begin with and opened with the pill bug, looking for an electric center with that pill bug right there, right in the middle of the hive. leanrascal opens with a grasshopper and a queen, and as always, the second person that plays the queen gets to choose the initial queen formation. Jewdokakil placed his queen in line, while leanrascal placed in elbow. And as always, it's a struggle right at the beginning. You want to make sure that you get your pill bug in play in a good defensive position. But at the beginning, it's a cat and mouse game, both players looking to see what they can do to qualify for the win. Typically, that's by getting a bug atop the hive where it can cover either the pill bug or the queen. So Jewdokakil immediately begins his attack with the beetle. And we'll see how leanrascal responds. And of course, this is a very interesting situation here. You can see that leanrascal is looking to choose whether to use the inline pin or the elbow pin. The inline pin, of course, keeps the beetle pinned longer, but it allows this spot right here to be used as a spawn point. If the black mosquito had pinned in elbow, then this could not be available as a spawn point. So Jewdokakil brings in the second beetle, and leanrascal pins it. Now with both of these bugs in line pins, it, as you see, left the spot here available for the white mosquito to come in, and the white mosquito cannot be stopped from climbing atop the hive. And of course, black also has to be concerned because the black pill bug has not been brought into the game yet. Welcome, we're up to 5 viewers. Welcome everybody that's viewing. The black beetle comes in a defensive position. The white mosquito, as we expected, climbs up. So one of the 3 of the top of hive moving bugs has already been brought into and up onto the hive for white. So white is playing very aggressively. Black so far has not even done anything to attack the white queen. And that's not generally an issue this earlier in the game. As has been said before, surrounding your opponent's queen is not the goal in hive, that's just how you win. So early in the game, the goal is to do other things other than immediately surround your queen, particularly with the pill bug in play, where the pill bug gets in a very good defensive position. And as always, this early in the game, it's a balance between placing new bugs and moving existing ones. And then we'll try to keep an eye on the time also. Both players are playing fairly quickly, so neither of them are in time situation right now. They're within 1 minute of each other. We're not even 4 minutes in. So white places a spider, which is an attacking spider, because this spider can attack. If the black ant does not move, the white spider can pin the black ant. If the black ant moves and does something other than pinning the spider, then the white spider can pin the black beetle. And that would be a good spot to pin the black beetle, because it would be a true pin, pinning the black beetle in line against the black queen. So we'll see what Lean Rascal does. He's not concerned about the white spider. He moves in with the pill bug, and the white spider pins the black ant. Black pill bug moves in, gets into that defensive position. Now, what will white do? Will white cover the queen or the pill bug? Decided to cover the queen. And it's always an interesting decision to make. Do you cover the pill bug or do you cover the queen? In this situation, if white had elected to cover the pill bug, the queen would be mobile if the queen wanted to move away. But as you can see, the black beetle immediately covered the white pill bug, the white beetle atop the queen. So the black queen is fairly well immobilized. And here comes my favorite piece, the white ladybug. One of the things I always like to look at in a game like this is keep an eye on the ant game. White has 1 ant in play, 2 ants in reserve. The 1 ant that's in play is very safely immobile, although Lean Rascal could, if he wanted to, warp the white ant away out of this kill spot, which would also immobilize the white ladybug. But that could just be a temporary thing, because then that white ant, which is currently immobile, would become mobile. And then if we look at black's ant situation, Danielle Lenzel is joining, and he's said hello. So hi, Daniel. Let me go over here and send him a text. So Danielle and Dre are both regulars on my live streams. If some of the rest of you want to say hello, please join in and say hello as well. So the final black ant comes in. And the white ladybug attacks. Now, an interesting situation here for white. Let's count how many bugs are in reserve. White still has 6 bugs in reserve, as does black. But black is definitely leading in mobility. Again, it's always a balance between the strength of attack and the mobility. You have to balance those 3 keys to victory: strength, mobility, and tempo. One thing that black has, black is going to bring in a beetle. Black could play in that spot because white does not have any bugs in play that could take the kill shot into this spot here. As a long-term goal, that might not be such a bad long-term goal, playing the beetle here, because the beetle could climb up and move toward the white pillbug and white queen. And my phone just beeped. So let's take a look at it. Make sure it's not important. And then turn my volume down. I use an app on my phone called Shush, which allows me to turn the ringer off and then tell it when to come back on, because before that app, I was constantly turning my ringer off and forgetting to turn it back on again. So Raydorf says hi. So let me say hi back to Raydorf. So while I was away, we had a spider come in. Turned away for just a minute, and things are getting exciting. Interesting maneuver by the white pillbug. The spider came in, and the pillbug warped it over into an attacking position. So if white had a bug in play that could get to that spot, white would be threatening to win. So JonasK is online as well. Hi, Jonas. Let me say congrats for this morning. JonasK won his match earlier today. So black warped the ant away. So yes, Jonas, I was just waking up this morning while you all were playing. I kind of slept in this morning. I keep doing that with when I hit my little roller on my mouse. So the black's counterattack has gotten a beetle up on the queen and has some direct drop spots. So it will be interesting if leanrascal's counterattack is going to succeed. So now Jewdokakil's attack is going to be keyed on this spot primarily, because if this spot gets filled, then that frees the defending black grasshopper to move out. And Jewdokakil has not only covered the black queen, has also done a good job of partially surrounding the pillbug. So it'll be interesting to see. Gray comments that was a clever move with the ant warp. Yes, the pill bug, that's the pill bug power, is able to defend the queen by warping away attacking bugs. And of course, so even though white has the two ants that are mobile, neither one of them can get into that spot. So here comes another grasshopper. But let's look at options here for black to defend. He's got to protect both of these spots, and it's the grasshoppers that are going to create a problem. If this grasshopper it gets to there, then this ant can move into there. If white were to play a bug in this spot here, that would create a fill, which would free this ant to slide over and into that spot. Now, of course, with the black queen covering, the black beetle covering the white queen, black has a very good long-term situation because he's got 3 direct drop spots. But the big question is, can he survive long enough? Releasing the pin on the white beetle was interesting. Now we've got 3 grasshoppers aligned with this kill spot. The big question is, can white get a bug to take the final kill shot? Black ladybug with a direct drop. White beetle. Or white grasshopper jumps in. See, the scenario here is now neither of these grasshoppers have angles of attack to a kill spot. So either one of these ants could, in theory, release the pin on the grasshopper. And the problem with releasing that one is now Jewdokakil can play his final ant here. And I don't think there's any way that that ant can be stopped. So Dre says also when he warped it out, it cut off the other ant from moving into the final kill spot because of warp paralysis. Love that. White ant 1 created a gate that white ant 2 couldn't pass and couldn't take the kill spot itself because of warp paralysis. That's a new term. Warp paralysis. I like that. Let's make a note of that. And Jewdokakil, in case if you missed a note earlier, Jewdokakil, this is world champion Joe Schultz, playing under the game name Judoka. This is his father-in-law, Marty. Hi, Marty. Yep. He found the key to winning, playing the final ant, freeing this ant. So it was a combination of qualifying for the win two different ways. One, by covering the black queen, and secondly, by surrounding the pill bug. And of course, there's a double threat here. The only place the black pill bug, the only piece the black pill bug could warp, there's two pieces it could warp, either the grasshopper or the ant. Of course, the ant warping into there would lose. The grasshopper warping into there, this white grasshopper has an angle of attack to the kill spot. You're right, Daniel. I like that term. Thanks, Dre. So it looks like game one is going to go to Jewdokakil. I don't see that there's any defense here. It'll be interesting to go back and look at this one. When we're done to review it. So he does warp the grasshopper over, but the other grasshopper takes the kill shot. Congratulations, Marty, on winning the first game in the match. So that's one game done. We have a second one. You're right. Daniel made a comment. Forming that ring would be bad. And as I've mentioned this before on most of my live streams, we don't have a you touch it, you move it rule like they do in chess. So we can see when a player picks up a piece, puts it in place, we can actually see what's going on in their brain, and you can actually visualize it a little bit easier than in a chess game where if you touch the piece, you have to move it. So let's turn the So game one went to Jewdokakil. Playing white. So Andres says, I didn't know that warp paralysis was a thing until I started reading your book a few days ago, Randy. And that term just kind of seemed like the best way to describe it succinctly. I think you're right. I think you've coined a new Hive term. I appreciate you all joining in on the chat. So here we go. Let's quickly turn off the chat and then make this bigger. So leanrascal opens with a grasshopper. Jewdokakil plays the ladybug. White plays an elbow queen. Black plays a mosquito. Now will black go with a Z queen formation or a C queen formation? He chose the Z queen formation. White brings in a second ant. White has not yet brought in the pill bug. And black has not brought in any ants yet, if he leaves that pill bug in as the fourth bug placed. Nope, decided to bring in an ant. So 4 bugs apiece, and neither pill bug has raised its head yet. White attacks. So Danielle asking Andres, are you on BGA? He said he is. Radar says, in my opinion, that should change. The opponent has the right of analyzing the position without the noise of a new piece trying moves. And I've made the observation before, you can actually, if you wanted to, you could mislead your opponent by moving a bug around that you don't intend on playing. So Jewdokakil pins the white ant, which removes the white ant as potential spot for spawning attacking bugs. leanrascal uses the white spider as a threatening position to threaten the black mosquito. So Andres asked the question, can the non-moving player see the moves that the moving player is testing before they confirm their move? And the answer to that is yes. So the black pill bug comes in and the white spider pins the black mosquito. So black has both a mosquito and pill bug in defensive position. No beetles have entered the game yet. And the white pillbug has not entered yet. So Andres says, interesting. I don't personally have any qualms with that because that's how I'd play in person with another player. If that were to be the standard for online tournament play, I'd also have no problems with that. Frankly, I think that's one of the interesting things about playing on BoardSpace. You can use it to your advantage. So black has flooded the hive with ants. All 3 ants and the black mosquito are in play. White doesn't have any really good spots where he could bring in the beetle or mosquitoes. Of course, it's not a real threat yet because neither player has qualified for the win. I actually don't know how to do it on chat on mobile. I know on computer, Windows-based, if you write @ and then the first letter, it'll pull up everybody that's got that name to allow you to direct message them. leanrascal's not wasting time here. Neither player is actually. They're both within a minute of one another. Yep, Danielle mentioned the same thing that I did. He's on a laptop, so he just types in the @ sign, and when he types in the name, it appears as a pop-up. So white is going to force black's hand here. Black warps the queen out. The question is, he's got 3 spots the queen can warp to. The mosquito can warp it to there. The pillbug can warp it to here or to there. That will be interesting after this black queen gets warped away, if white then will begin the attack with the beetles. I think that white can force a beetle up here. The question would be, how advantageous would it be? Because if white immediately places a beetle, black would either let it climb or pin it with this ant, and then he could place a second beetle, and there's no bug available to keep it. Dre asked the question, are there any apps or sites out there for like a sandbox mode for Hive that you know of? There is one. What I can do is I can, let's see if when the game is over, I'll see what I can do about getting a link. Radar said now it's a C opening. It's a type of C opening. If you consider the starting axis right here, the two queens are on opposite sides of the starting axis. In my book, Standard Hive Opening Encyclopedia, it does give a description for this type of an opening. Warping the white spider in, frees the black mosquito. Although currently the black mosquito doesn't have ant power. I didn't comment about this when it first happened, but when black placed the spider here, looking to do the pin replacement to here, it was not an ambiguous spider because moving to this spot freed this grasshopper. If the black spider would have placed here, looking to do a pin replacement there, it could have been an ambiguous spider with an attack to this spot. And again, as long as black has the pill bug, any threat by white is not a game-ending threat. And of course, white has not yet brought in the white pill bug. Because black has been defending and not been looking to attack. And I think that might have just changed. So if white doesn't bring in the pill bug now in a good defensive position, the black mosquito using spider power can go 1, 2, 3, and then that's one of the means of qualifying for the win, if you can eliminate spots where the opposing pill bug can come in. So interesting. White brings in the beetle. Is black going to just attack? So Jewdokakil's at plus 4 minutes. So we're not in time crunch yet, but could be. Ah, why does it keep... I can't touch my little roller on my mouse. I think that was a mistake by Jewdokakil. He should have used spider power and moved it to this spot, because this frees the white grasshopper. So in the last game, Jewdokakil saved his grasshoppers to the end and attacked with them. So it looks like he's going to be doing that again. White has no free ants currently. And here's the opportunity for the defending white grasshopper to jump out. This is always one of the things that I've always talked about, is getting good bugs in defensive positions. So we will see what happens here. So it's going to be, did it again. And of course, if white does attack, the black pill bug can warp the white queen away, or the black queen away. And of course, as Dre pointed out, white can. So now black is threatening to win. Nope, he attacked, and black wins with the grasshopper. Wins with the ant. So Jewdokakil won both games. Congratulations, Marty. Both games go to Jewdokakil. Congratulations, Marty. leanrascal says, thanks for the games. So if we go back to the standing, Jewdokakil adds 4 points, gets a total of 8. So he could, in theory, win in round 6 and get up to 12. So congratulations, Marty. Now, back to Dre's question. Let me pull up. This is a website I label Hive Resources. It's called Hive Resources. I will take, cut, and paste. And here, this on the tools at Position Editor, you can use Hive PLM, and as you notice, this allows you can place bugs wherever you want. You can move them around. So this is, I guess, what was being asked about earlier. This would be like a sandbox for Hive. So yes, there is one. Here it is. There's the link. I just put it in the notes. And I'll try to remember to add it to the notes for this stream once we're finished. So congratulations to Marty Thurston. Jewdokakil won both games today. Now I'm going to take a few minutes here, and we're going to look at a game earlier. Jonas is watching, so we can look at one of his games earlier today. Go down to review room 80. I don't know why I always pick that room, but I do. And so let's pick this game right here. Shrink that. Stretch this. There's a really good chance I'm going to make a video on this game. This was a very good game. So let me get back to a point here. Radar makes a comment, not getting the pill bug in play is usually a problem rather than a gain of time. It's such a strong defensive piece. You are absolutely correct about that. So this is a game earlier today between JonasK and ClaudiuMe. And a very interesting tactic here. Notice this black spider is not in a kill spot. A very, very good maneuver here. White has no free ants or mosquito. So black kind of has somewhat of free reign here to do things. And notice what Jonas does. shifts the ant pin on the ladybug, moves the spider out, swings the ant around to the other side of the ladybug. Now, when the spider moves back in, the spider has shifted from this spot to that spot, a spot that is not a kill spot into a spot that was a kill spot. Raydorf makes an interesting comment. Putting the pill bug in play is the equivalent of castling in chess. That's a very good analogy. But notice what Jonas did here. By using the ant, shifting the pin around the ladybug, the spider was able to move from this spot to that spot, getting into a kill spot. We got to come up with a term for this. I'll have to go back through Joe's book, Joe Schultz, current world champion, in his book, The Canon of Hive Groundwork. I don't think he has a term for this, but a very, very good maneuver by Jonas. That, of course, freed the white grasshopper, but the white ant is limited because black has 2 free ants, and if right now the ant is placing a block on this kill spot, if the black beetle takes the penultimate kill spot, then the white ant is limited on where it can go because it must continue protecting this spot. I was watching live at this point, and of course the black beetle is in position to take the kill shot if this spot here were to be filled. And I think that Jonas missed a spot here, missed a win here. So I'm going to click edit, start Jonas. If Jonas warps the black queen to there, I don't think there's anything that white can do to stop the black queen from moving into here and the black beetle taking the shot, because white has no bug that can get into this spot to either form a block or potentially threaten the black queen. So I think that Jonas missed a win earlier. Jonas, if you're still watching live, you can comment about that if you'd like. Now I'm going to go back here, and we're going to look at the end of this game as well, because the end of this game highlights one of the reasons why the ladybug is so powerful. So here's the position where Jonas shifted the spider. And now white is somewhat limited on what white can do. And of course, as long as this spot is protected, then it's difficult to get into that spot. So, because if a ant attacks this spot, then the white pill bug can warp the black spider away. Gotta make a note of that. Andres is coming up with another term, re-indexing the spider. I like it. Thanks, Dre. When I publish the Hive Lexicon as a book, you might get, or you will get listed in there a couple times. So if black attacks this spot, the white pill bug can warp the black spider away. The white pill bug is a proximity pill bug, 2 spaces away from the white queen. if black attacks here, then white just places a block on this spot. So watch how black maneuvers the pieces around to take advantage of this beetle. Right currently, this beetle is limited because if this beetle moves forward, the white beetle underneath it can cover the black beetle and stop it. But again, white is somewhat forced to keep the block placed on this spot. The black beetle moves out to cover the pill bug, although it didn't need to. And black could have actually done this earlier. And the white spider continues keeping the block on this spot. And finally, Jonas spotted it. The black ladybug shifts from this kill spot to that kill spot, and now the two black beetles are in position to win. Black beetle takes the penultimate shot, and nothing can stop the black beetle from winning. So this was a very, very interesting end game. I'll probably make a video on it. So I appreciate you all sticking with me. Now, there was a possibility there might be another match played today, scheduled for 2 o'clock my time, but it does not look like there is. So congratulations again to Marty Thurston, that's Jewdokakil, for his win this afternoon, winning both games in his match. Congratulations to Jonas Kronander for his victory earlier in the day. So again, in the description down below will be a couple links. One of them is to my Cafe Press store, where you could get a Do You Play Hive Like a Champion? I Do water bottle. You can see this one is actually, I use it quite a bit. It's got dents on it. I used it regularly back when I was actually going to work. I would carry it to work with me. You also can get the I Play Hive Like a Champion Do You face mask, for those of you that are still concerned about COVID, as I am, before I go out anywhere. And of course, the Do You Play Hive Like a Champion? I Do mouse pads. You can get them in either horizontal shape or vertical shape in 3 colors: gray, light blue, and the one that I use, it's all dirty and scrunchy because I've been using it for a couple years now. It is tan. So I appreciate you all joining me this afternoon. Thanks again for watching. Keep an eye out. Sunday afternoons is the best time for me if there's matches being played. But during tournament season, I'll be doing live streaming on a regular basis. And my next upcoming match is against Pumpkin, previously known as Max Shark. We're both sitting at the top of the leaderboard. We'll pull the leaderboard up again through round 5. Here's the leaderboard. I'm sitting at 14. Pumpkin is sitting at 13. Dust is sitting at 14. Frasco 92. Frasco 92, of course, is Francesco Salerno. He's the administrator at both the Facebook page known as Hive the Boardless Game and the Discord server Hive the Boardless Game. So he's sitting at 13. JonasK just climbed up to 14 with his victory today. Sturek, Simo 5, Mach 3 Racer, Naya, RP XCV are all sitting at 12 with their 5th round matches to play. 3K and Roxar are sitting at 12 after winning their 5th round matches. So it will be going right down to the wire in round 6 to see who gets the last 12 invitations into the World Championship later in the spring. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate you all joining me this afternoon. And until next time, this is Randy Ingersoll signing off.